Hello everybody, I'm day weather meteorologist Don Day with your Public Lands Council weekly weather update for this August 19th, 2023. It's being brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance Services Incorporated. Lots to talk about. The far western United States in particular going to have a very busy weekend and into next week as well. We have a hurricane. It's called Hurricane Hilary. It's going to be a strong, at least Category 4 hurricane, and it's going to come up the west coast of Mexico through the Baja Peninsula, then the remains of Hilary, as it will dissipate rapidly, will bring heavy rain and wind to California, Nevada, Arizona, parts of Oregon, Montana, and Utah. There could be a lot of heavy rain in those areas and a lot of wind. Hot high pressure will dominate the central United States, and thunderstorm activity over the west, the Rockies, the Great Basin, and parts of the plains will be high as tropical moisture from not only the remains of Hurricane Hilary, but other tropical activity could keep thunderstorm activity high here at the end of the month. Now, over the past week, there hasn't been a lot of rain in the Rockies of Montana, Wyoming, back into the Idaho and the Pacific Northwest. We've had a little bit of monsoonal moisture across southern Colorado, Arizona, into New Mexico and the panhandles there, but the heavier concentration of rain has been into the Midwest and the Great Lakes and the eastern areas of the United States, kind of an eastward shift to the heavier rain. But we're going to see that reverse as high pressure will build in. Now, all of that rain in the central and eastern United States has left it cooler than average over the past week from the northern plains through the Corn Belt to the Great Lakes. Well, it's been very hot in the Pacific Northwest, and again, very hot again in the southern plains. But we'll see this kind of flip. The heat will move into the central United States, and the cooler weather will move into the western United States, and this is why. Here is Hurricane Hilary developing off the southwest coast of Mexico. It's a very impressive storm. It will rapidly intensify and move north-northwestward. Now, a lot of times they don't do this. A lot of times these hurricanes will form here and then go out into the Pacific, turning away and really not bothering anybody. But in this situation, we've got a major hurricane that by Sunday night into Monday morning, overnight Sunday into Monday morning is when it comes into Southern California, then a tropical depression in the vicinity of Boise by Tuesday morning. So you can see how far north the tropical activity is going to go. And you can see the heavy winds that will be moving into Southern California and parts of Arizona as well, and into southern Nevada. Las Vegas area, the southern parts of Nevada will feel the effects, and we could have flash flooding. The National Hurricane Center highlighting the flash flooding risk very high in Las Vegas, near San Diego, the mountains near San Diego and Los Angeles as well. And then the further north you go, there's still a high risk, pretty decent risk of flash flooding from these heavy rain producing thunderstorms. And you can see the remains of Hilary will produce some very heavy rains all the way into southern Canada. Believe it or not, this hurricane will throw moisture all the way into Alberta and Saskatchewan, through eastern Oregon that needs some rain. They're going to get it. Idaho's going to get rain, western Montana as well. And then on the edges, the far eastern and western edges, there will be enough moisture to fuel showers and thunderstorms as well. So this is what it looks like Saturday here to start the video. We're going to see it go just like this, going around this big high. See this big high here? It's just going to be dominant. But there's going to be a ring of showers and thunderstorms all around this high, not only this weekend, but into early next week. And you can see that continuing by Wednesday of next week. That high is still there, but around it, from the Gulf through the Rockies, through the plains, and into the upper plain states, there's going to be active shower and thunderstorm activity, while right underneath the high here, it's going to be hot and it's going to be dry. And you can see that in the 7-day precipitation. It looks like a donut hole right here, a very dry pocket underneath that big high, but around it, a lot of tropical moisture and a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity. Even mid to late next week, Big Bend country of Texas and even eastern New Mexico could be looking at some subtropical moisture moving in, and then that will head up into Nebraska and Kansas possibly towards the middle to the end of next week. So a lot of moving parts with the weather. Have a good week ahead. We'll see you next week.